Hey guys, this is Apollo here, and today I'm doing a review of the 30 minutes missions Alto. Alright, here is the Alto itself. Now, basically, this is Bandai's new line of original robots created by themselves, so that it basically promotes customizability and like your creativity and all that kind of stuff. Now, well, I gotta say, it is interesting that Bandai actually kind of did this thing, but I gotta tell myself, well, is it really necessary for Bandai actually to do this? Because they already made a Gundam and that's their strength right now, but I have a feeling this is actually like an indirect competitor to Frame Arms and probably Frame Arms Pro if they ever make like 30 mission make or something like that. But yeah, so as you know, I have the white Alto. I'll show the blue and yellow later on in like the other parts. And this is a full review, not just the Alto itself. I'm gonna do the option packs and the option weapons all in one review. So let's do it that way. So basically, the colors of the white Alto, you get the white, purple, and gray, and the clear green in the visor. That's all it is. And there are no stickers, except that you do get marking stickers, which is, I mean, like if you want to customize your Alto and want me to go ahead. But for the most part, the Alto is, well, it's a very simple design, very solid, very like so-called detail, I guess. And the technology of the technology of the Jedi Minions kits are very similar to like the high-grade Leo from the HG High-grade Universal Century line. So I've never built the Leo before, but I can tell you it feels very similar to that just from building this. Alright, so details, well, it's very detailed, like no stickers, so did not do any panel lining as of now. I will do it later. But, you know, for what it is a pretty fun, little cute thing to have to try out. Alright, for articulation, well, it is, well, not too, it is good for what it is, really. The head is on a ball joint, there's a hinge in the neck. The arms can swing on a joint, which can swing on that far, so the arms on a ball joint go all the way around. The shoulder is the shoulder is independent from the arm, which is pretty good. And the arms can go out really far. It's pretty good. Rotation below the elbow, although it's really tight, I don't recommend you to don't turn the arm because it's really super tight. I know it's a good idea. Signals on the elbow. Alright. Balls on the wrist. Torso has somewhat of an ab crunch, though we don't really get much out of it really. And then there is a side to side crunch on the torso, and yet torso can rotate all the way around. There is no front and back skirt, but there is a side skirt which is on the little hinge. And what else? Okay. The legs. Okay, the legs are really interesting. So I don't like the legs as well. Okay, basically there is a hinge system which allows the leg to go far, which goes out very far. But because of how tight the joint here is, you would never make a full use out of this leg really. So if I do like this, it will still bend that way. So not really that good, but it can go that far and it can go back really far. I can touch it. That's pretty good. Yeah, see, it's pretty tricky to get the clear on the leg. Rotation at the hip, double joint knee, nice like little separation they have there. And then they have a hinge in the ankle, which can tilt very far. The ankle armor is on a ball joint, and then the foot is on the ball joint, though most of the joint comes on the ankle. So articulation, well, it is standard. Like, I mean, it is good, but it is really basic. Just to put it out there. Alright, for accessories, well, you do not get any open hands, which kind of sucks. But if you want to get those, get open hands, you must buy the option parts, which come out later on throughout the year. So that sucks. But alright, let's go on to the first gimmick, first weapon, which is the rifle. Yep. There's no sticker scope. You have to paint that yourself or do it by lift that alone. And the Alto can hold like so. And it's nice that the stock it like conforms to the shape of the arm. It's pretty cool. And one thing, before I forget, as with, okay, I'll explain it later. Okay, never mind. I'll explain it later when I go to the next part. Okay, and the next weapon is basically the it's supposed to be a knuckle duster, but there is a hole in there, which I explained later why there's a hole on top of this. And you can hold a hand, but unfortunately it's very loose because it's a circular peg, so it will never be able to hold properly. And the last accessory, which is basically this. It's called Roy, but I have no clue what it does, other than it could be a mobile worker, it could be like a, whatever, you can imagine how you want. I think it's more like a mobile worker. But also, you can take this part, if you want to change the head. There, you got a new head. Don't really like this, to be honest. I prefer this head, to be honest, so yeah, it's there for a reason if you want to do that. But yeah, and wait, now before I forget, you can store the rifle on the back of the kit like this in the backpack. Pretty cool. And the Roy itself can be stored onto the butt of the Alto. It fell. Wait a moment. Right. So if you want to store the Alto, sit on Alto, just peg in the back like so. So yeah, that's it for the accessories. Well, not a lot, but you know, for what it is what you expect for like a basic kit, really, for customization. As so many 3 mission kits, and well, the reason why you want to get a 3 mission sort of. Now the reason why you want to get 30 missions kits is mainly because of the customization options. Well, you see here, you got like hard points here, you got hard points here. If you open this cockpit up, you got hard points here. If you take that out, hard point, take the backpack off, there's a hard point behind, hard point here, hard point here, hard point on the knees, the legs, hard point on the side screen. If you take these off, it's a hidden hard point. Anyway, but there's a hole in there. So basically, yeah, you can do whatever you want with it, really. So it's not just using 30 mission kits alone, but you can also, like, well, I guess you can take kits for, like, some high grade stuff from the Gundam line and just give this guy. This will work either way. So they want you to promote customizability on this kit. So it is very, very customization friendly. Alright, basically, now I'm going off to the next part of the review, which is basically the option sets. Now, first of all, let's get the yellow Alto here, which I have right now. And there are 2 option parts, 2 different colors each. So basically, you've got the close combat armor or the long range armor for the Alto. So the close combat armor comes in 2 colors, orange or green. I picked with the orange one because it fits quite well with this one. So let's get on to the conversion now. Basically, if you want to convert the close combat, this Alto to the close combat version, you take the front face plate, this part off, take the shoulder cut panels off. Again, there you go. Okay, and you take the cockpit off, which is pretty easy. Now this is where the conversion starts. So let's start with the head. This is the head armor. Just plug it in like so. Yep, there you go. And what else? Okay, for the shoulders, you just peg them on like this. Now and then you get the chest armor, which goes on like that, and lastly you get the shield, which looks very similar to like the gym striker, yeah, gym striker shield, like in some way. There we go. That's the conversion of the normal Alto to the close combat Alto, and just you do also get a customizing piece. Right? You got 2 mil packs, mil to mil packs. So if you want to pack in some of the weapons, you may do that, and you also get some extra shoulder armor hinges. So it's pretty good in case you break them. So that's pretty good. Yeah, that's pretty much the close combat Alto for now. You can just give it this weapon out. Oops. Yeah, the chest armor doesn't really like stay on, so that's not frustrating, but it kind of sucks that happens. Back this on, back this on, and this goes here. So that is the close combat Alto. Alright, for the long range armor, you've got 2 colors, dark gray or blue. I chose the dark gray, and this time I'm going to use my blue Alto, which, yeah, the plastic on this doesn't look as good as like the white or yellow. Just right here, it's a little bit cheaper feeling. So that's how you can see a little bit nut marks and a little bit stress marks easily. But okay, so yep, here is the armor. So let's convert it right now. You can take this off and put this new headpiece on, which is very, very similar to like the grays in Iron Blooded Orphans, which I mean, it's no surprise that it's the same designer. So let's put it that way. Yep, and So take off the armor, the shoulder armor. Wait, why is this? It's always this armor, the shoulder armor. Let me do it this way. There we go. Okay, and take off the chest armor. So let's put it aside, and now let's convert it. And okay, this goes on the shoulder, like that, and this goes to the other shoulder, like this. There we go. So it's nice and secure, and we're gonna put the chest armor on, and there. That's done for the main body. Now let's put on the shield, which is you can choose to put on the armor on the shoulder. I prefer to put on the shoulder, and get turned around. Oops, yeah, that's a problem. Sometimes it doesn't like stay on really. So let's check. Let me check. Yeah, it doesn't really like stay on sometimes. So yeah, it's not staying on. Okay, let's see if I can do it. Yeah, so there you go. So yeah. Unfortunately, this shoulder doesn't. For some reason, the shoulder doesn't want to hold on to the. Okay, let's see. Stay on. Okay, so basically, you have to hold the shoulder. Okay, so that's done for the long range armor. Now, yeah, again, this you can put it the shoulder arm. That's you, but I prefer to put on the shoulder. It looks nicer. And just like the other armor, you get a spare like a middle peg and some extra shoulder armor. Really shoulder hinges. That's pretty cool. It's pretty good. All right. And the last part of this review is the option weapons. Now, basically, you've got this right here. I'll try to search it a bit. Now, okay, first of all, in the weapon set, the main basic stuff you get is the rifle, which is the same as the Alto, and you get a knuckle duster, which is the standard stuff. Now, let's go on the rifle first. The rifle, okay, there are many ways you can customize this. Okay, let's go on the barrels. First of all, you get the short barrel, as you see in the normal Alto, but you also get, if I can find it, a middle range barrel, which looks pretty cool. Yep, like that. Or if you want, you can take the long barrel and there. Oh, sorry, I'm trying to get on the camera. Okay, there you go. Oh, that's the long barrel. Pretty neat. And if you want to put a handle on it, you do get the option. If I could find where it. Oh, here it is. Okay. All right. So you've got the handle, which you can put it onto the side here. And both for the long barrel, it's only on one side. But for the medium barrel, you get on both sides. You can choose where to put it. So that's pretty neat. And the knuckle duster. Again, the knuckle duster, you have more options. It's the melee weapon basically. You got 3 choices of the blade. Oops. You got 3 choices of the blade. You've got a dagger. You've got a sword, or you've got a hatchet, and they have a square hole, and you can just peg on. If I can just peg on like so. So that's cool. And if you don't want to use this handle, you got other options. Now you also get wait, before I forget, sorry. For the rifle, you also get a different scope. You can use a sniper scope, or you can use the camera, the so-called Gundam style camera scope. Really, so that's pretty neat. It's a saying, you get 3 choices of handles. You can choose that knuckle duster I showed you earlier, or you can get a long handle, or this, which I find the most interesting. Now I'll show you some first. So if you want, you can take like a sword and just put it on there like that, and yeah, it does the job really. That's neat. And the last part is what I find, which is my most favorite, not most favorite, but probably the most interesting is this part here. Okay, let's put a dagger in here. Now what this for is if I take an Alto here, for example. Yeah, that is really cool. That's pretty cool. Like you can, this is a hand weapon for the Alto. That's pretty cool. I like that. So yeah, that's what I did for the should call it that's it for the main for the option weapons. Now you get a bunch of ones, so you can play around with it and try out here and there. That's pretty cool. So yeah, you get a lot of options. So that's pretty nice to have these lying around. So yeah. Our comparisons, well, let's bring a Gundam kit because I have no other kit to compare it with. I don't can't find an exercise, so let's take a Advanced Haze, for example. So as you notice, okay, even though the Alto is 1 to 144 scale, they are actually smaller than a regular size Gundam, just to put it that way. So pretty interesting. Let's bring in another one, just because. Barbatos Lupus. Again, yeah, okay. There's a reason why I bought Barbatos Lupus, and I'll explain it a little bit in the final thoughts part. So, yeah, that's about a review. Alright, that's a review of the 30 minutes missions Alto. Now, what do I think of this kit? Well, they are pretty fun to build, they're nice to have, they're fun to play around with, and hey, yeah, they're pretty cool. Now, before I move on, some might think, well, oh, Bandai is actually doing, like, ripping off Free Arms Girls, why the heck are they doing this? So, Free Arms, sorry. Now, okay, let's start this way. Bandai in the first place already has Gundam, and they want to try something a little bit different, not just, you know, Gundam and so. Because if you remember back then when Build Fighters came out, they were trying to promote customization options for the Gundam kits, starting with the All Gundam project, and it became a standard for like the modifications or whatever, customization, whatever. So that's cool. That's kind of cool they did that. But when they start making this line 30 minutes missions, well, people might think, well, it's maybe a rip-off of Frame Arms. But to me, I find these kits are more customization friendly than as opposed to Frame Arms. Frame Arms is more expensive than 30 minutes missions, so which is why I wouldn't say these guys are direct competitors. They're indirect competitors. So I'm not gonna say they're there to fully rip off Frame Arms, but they are there for kind of a reason. They're cheaper. They're easier to build, and it's much more customization friendly. I mean, Frame Arms, well, I would say Frame Arms are much more towards like the professional modelers. Now, I would say these kits are, well, they're cool for what they are, and I think Bandai has done a good head start with these kits, but ultimately I'm not sure how long these kits will survive in the long run, because, well, Frame Arms is more popular than this kit, but I'm not sure. Like I said, I'm not too sure whether if they would continue this line, but you know, as of now, they're starting off, so it's too early to tell from now. But overall, these kits are pretty fun. So, anyway, by the way, I forgot. Now, as you might see me compare these kits to Gundam. Now, some of you are thinking, why would I spend 1,200 yen on these kits which come with basic stuff when I can spend on the same price on a Gundam kit, and then, you know, I can do much more? Well, yeah, that depends. Like, these 30 minutes missions are new. They don't have any copyright as of the Gundam has their own copyright. So, and Bandai is the only one who manufactures Gundam, and 30 minutes mission is something they're trying out in something new. So I would say just give them a little bit. Just give Bandai a chance to actually try this out on their own. If people like it, then might as well let them do their stuff. If people don't like it, then you know they could always discontinue this line and, you know, move on. Just switch their focus to Gundam. Well, I mean, like I said, I'm on the Gundam, but these kits aren't bad. The technology is very, very similar to Gundam, so it's more like a Gunpla, more or less, really. So overall, do I recommend these kits? Well, like I said, that depends. If you want something fun to build, or if you want to, heck, these kits are actually beginner friendly. So if you want your friends to try out a model kit before getting into more of these, like not just 30 missions but also Gundam, you can give these kits, and heck, these option armors and weapon sets are cheap, so they're nice to play around with, they're nice to try out. And I mean, if you don't like this line, then there's no reason not to get this kit, really, these kits, because honestly, these guys, well, they're just there for you to try out and see whether if you like them or not. If you like them, you buy more. If not, just move on to Gundam or Frame Arms, however put it that way. So overall, these kits are fun to build. These kits are pretty nice. If I were to say which is better, I would say, well, there is no good or bad. I would say Frame Arms are better, I would say Good Missions are better. That depends on your taste, really. I personally like Frame Arms because of the design. I prefer 30 minutes mission because of the price. So overall, they're pretty good for what they are. That's it, guys. Thanks for watching this review. I know it took me 2 weeks to build. I'm really sorry because, well, you know, I'm pretty busy throughout the week, so I didn't have time to build all 3 of these in one week. So yeah, so I got the review out of the way, so that's what I did. So guys, thanks for watching this review, and stay tuned for more videos. Peace out.